Hi guys, and welcome to the next installment of my makeup or my beauty. I used to call it makeup inventory, but now it's beauty inventory. I did start with nail polish. Last week was just base products, and those were the categories that I'm really great in. Now we're getting to the categories not so great in. These aren't too bad, but blushes need some help. So we'll get started. Today is highlighters and bronzers, but you probably already know that. So in 2015, I had 9 highlighters. In 2016, I had 11. Last year, I had 8. And this year, I technically have 7. Some of these in my highlighters aren't really highlighters. But anyways, I probably want about 2 highlighters in my collection. We'll just get started with the highlighters. We'll get to the one that's going to be probably the last one I work on, but it's one of my favorites. This is like what I want in a highlighter. I have 2 that are like, this is what I want in a highlighter. This is the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous champagne. This is what my skin needs. I love it. I love this highlighter. And so, yeah, I love this highlighter. The other one that's similar to that, and I haven't done like a swatch test. Let me know if you want to see a comparison of the 2, but this is the e.l.f. Baked Blush in Pinktastic. I used to have a dome, but I wore off the dome. So that's what they look like. Let me know if you want like a compare and contrast between the 2, because these are the 2 that I would like want in my collection, and these are the 2 that I love a lot. So yes, I love these 2 highlighters. These are my 2 ones that I love. The one of them I got last year, and this is the Milk, or 2 years ago maybe. I want to say it was last year, but it had to have been 2 years ago. Anyways, I got this Milk Makeup Sunshine Oil, and it's supposed to be for highlighting, but I don't know. So it's just right there. It's just like a highlighter on really natural days, just kind of, I don't know. So I don't think this will be too hard to use up, but it's not a highlighter I definitely want in my life. I might like, if I like the oil part of it, like for skincare, I might, do something like that. I might combine it with that, but yeah, I like this, but just not my highlighter of choice. My next highlighter that's kind of close to that, but it's cream. I don't really like cream highlighters is what I found out, but this is in my February project pan. This is the Well People Bio Brightening Stick. It's a sample, and I've had 2 of these, and I really like the color. It's again that champagne color, but I don't like cream highlighters, so I won't be purchasing that. The next 2 we'll go to are, I didn't know where to put them. They're blushes, they're highlighters, they're kind of bronzers, they're like wonderful things. And I just stick them in highlighters. So, they're both by Bare Minerals. One is in Soft Focus Glee, one is in Bare Radiance. Basically, they're just like all over color, but they have that sparkle to them. That's why I put it in here. In the highlighters, but I use this all over. Like, this is the only like face, like cheek product I'll use if I use these. So these are perfect on lazy days, or just like more natural days. So I love these. I would definitely want something like this in my like final collection. My fingers are gross. My final collection, but I don't know where I don't know. So that's why they're in the highlighters. I didn't know what to do with them. And I have a lot of blushes, so I didn't want to add to that number. So I just stuck it in the highlighters. So, yes. The last highlighter that I have is the Laura Geller highlight, or not, no, it's the Becca Highlight and Low Light. I've like been saying it wrong all day. I'm gonna have to change that. The Becca Highlight and Low Light. So it has a highlight and a low light. It was in a palette from highlighters to bronzers, but this had both in there, and so I technically count this whole like palette as a bronzer, but I did want to mention that this is in highlighter in there. So it looks like that. That's also one of my first bronzer. Now in 2015 I had 6, 2016 I had 6, 2017 I have 5, today I have 4. So that was one of them. The second one is a sample of the Benefit Hoola Bronzer. And then I also have a full size of the Hoola bronzer. So I have both of these. I would definitely want 2 bronzers in my final collection. A more matte bronzer and then a one like this. This is the Laura Geller Blush and Brighten and Honey Dipped. So it just looks like this, and this is more of a shimmery bronzer that I love in the summertime. So I like powder bronzers as well as powder highlights and powder blushes. I don't know why. I don't like them as much. So that is my bronzer and highlight collection. Each year they have been going down, which is super exciting. And I'm really knowing, like I said, what I want. And so I'm hoping to have this category down. My goal is, I think, to have 10 grams of bronzer done and 12 grams of highlight done this year. So it might look a little bit different than I want to use like 3 highlights. So this number, we'll see what the number does. I'm hoping I can get at least 2 highlights done and at least 1 bronzer. I want to get that cream bronzer done this year. That is my sole goal for bronzers, is to get that bronzer done. So the Becca one with this, and then that little Well People highlighter is the other highlighter I'd love to get done. So if we could move those 3 out, I'd be so excited for this category. There would just be 1 bronzer I really need to work on, and then I'm like set. Highlights, I would have a few to work on, but I'd be a lot better shape. But anyways, I'm going to stop talking. Let me know what your favorite highlighter and bronzer is down below, because eventually we'll have to purchase them. I hope you enjoyed. Definitely stay tuned. I believe I'm going to do blush next. I believe. So stay tuned for that. See if that's what I do. So that one's it might end up being broken into 2, so I keep them short, simple, and to the point. Bye!